sunod po natin ang ating social distancing at huwag po nating tatanggalin ang ating mga face mask. Ayan po. Thank you po. Ayan. Once again po, uulitin po namin ulit ang ating house rules para po sa mga bagong dating po nating dito po sa event na ito. So, let us discuss our house rules for today's event. As we wait for others and to our audiences via online to join us. For our audiences via online, keep your microphone muted at all times. Participants with microphones turned on shall be removed from the virtual seminar room.
Yes. And for our audiences here in University Hall, please ensure still follow our health and safety protocols and observe social distancing.
Okay. During the program, only the hosts and those listed in the program should speak, and for our online audiences, all other concerns shall be communicated through the chat feature. Rest assured that the assigned moderators shall attend to them.
Make sure that everything is in order when you participate in the opening and closing prayer. After the closing prayer, for our audiences via online, please remain logged in for photo capturing and documentation.
Okay. Wait for closing pleasantries and the signal from the moderators before logging off from the Zoom link. And to our audiences face-to-face, here in the University Hall, observe social distancing at all times. And patuloy po naming ipinapaalala sa inyong lahat na palagi po nating isuot ang ating face mask.
Post-evaluation and attendance shall be given once we finish the program. So let us all sit back and relax as we enjoy this event.
Ayan. Be informed that this event will be recorded and will be live streaming. Keep in mind that this endeavor is for the glory of God. Ayan po. Hintayin lang po natin mag-start ang ating seminar. Ilang minuto na lamang po. Thank you po. Babalik po kami muli. Ayan. A warm welcome to each and every one of you that have joined us today. It is an honor to have you here, and we truly appreciate that you all have made time to attend today's seminar.
Yan. Indeed, Leslie Joy, we've been waiting for this day to finally arrive, and here we are. Talagang nakaka-excite makinig ng mga panibagong kaalaman that will surely benefit us in the near future or even now, right at this very moment. Ako na-excite na ako, partner. Ikaw ba na-excite ka na ba?
Siyempre naman, excited na. So I just know that this will be a day to remember. But before we proceed, we would like to give a few reminders to the audience. So narinig nyo naman po yung reminders namin kanina. Pakitandaan na lang po yun. And ito po yung isa sa pinaka-reminders namin. Alam po namin masarap matulog dito, no? Pero sana po habang natapos po yung ating program ay alive na alive po kayo kasama namin. Wala pong matutulog ha. Thank you po.
Yeah, precisely, Leslie Joy. So let's not keep our listeners waiting, and to formally begin our program, may we call on Brother Miguel Rodriguez to lead us in an opening prayer. Let us all stand.
Manalangin na po tayo. Panginoon po naming Diyos, banal ka po at makapangyarihan sa lahat. Salamat po ng maraming sa iyo. Niloob mo ang ganitong pagkakataon para matipo ng mga mag-aaral sa dakong ito, sa pamantasang pinaglagyan po sa bawat sa amin. Kasama rin po naming sumusubaybay ang gumagamit ng makabagong teknolohiya. Saan man sila naroroon.
Pandemic, you're online, and then we go back to the normal situation. I think third year and fourth year in the College of Arts and Sciences have their face-to-face already. No? So those still having appear online, the audience, we are there remotely, yan pa rin yung inyong modality. So, are you ready for the blended learning? As they said. So, in this context, let's define what actually is blended learning, because there's a lot of
Alice.
they're already the present of technology, and on the right side, there's an individual looking at the computer and maybe reading something or interacting in a class. So from face to face, there is a classroom aid, flip, hybrid, and fully online, or commonly then as distance learning. Because prior to the pandemic, there is already what we call distance learning modality or delivery system, in which students are not really going to school. But it was enhanced and fully implemented when the pandemic arrived. No? So that's it. While in the pure online and face-to-face, no technology, and as you go through with the arrows, from no technology, which is face-to-face, pure face-to-face, and all technology, which is the full online. So now New Era University is using both. We have the full online modality and the blended, in which that's the topic that we will be exploring this time, the challenges and how we could cope with it. So as the students, and I think most of you here, the audience in the University Hall, are psychology students. I think you're so very familiar what scaffolding is all about as far as learning is concerned. It is to help individuals in dealing with all the challenges that he has, talking of the learning conditions. No? So, in this context, blended learning can be seen as, first, there is a what we call, next slide. Okay. So blended learning is seen as nothing more than PowerPoint slides in a classroom lecture. So there is a blend of technology. So later at the end of this, you will be finding out what's really the difference of blended learning with that of the pure online or distance learning. There is even a term known as HyFlex, in which there is a combination of hybrid and flexible learning. So we'll be unlocking the terms later. Another is a flipped classroom, where the lecture is recorded and available online, and the class time is used for discussion and questions about the video. I think some of your professors are doing best. They prepare a video and then you watch it, and then after which there are some questions coming from you or coming from the professors, in which you have to elicit some of the information coming from the materials that you were able to view prepared by your professor. Next slide, sa flip classroom na po tayo, please. Ayan. Flip classroom. Ayan, yun ang binabanggit ko. Backward tayo. Balik tayo sa extra homework online after a face-to-face class. All right. I master a face-to-face class. That's why we have the learning management system we have, which is the new BLE, the New Era University Virtual Learning Environment, in which is a repository of lessons and activities in which the students are doing. So that's why there are instances that since we are using blended learning, teachers are not supposedly will not give any homework, assignments, or any activities that is recorded or graded inside the classroom. If we will be utilizing the real blended modality in which we utilize technology through our virtual learning environment. So my apologies if some of your professor or teachers are still giving you tests or quizzes or examinations or homework or assignments during your face-to-face encounters. So that's the reason why we are not using the entirety of the hours allotted for face-to-face, because we are in the blended modality. Okay, so that's a typical thing, combination of two delivery systems. Now, after the flip, I already discussed about the flip classroom. Another blended learning is a totality redesigned course, a totally redesigned course where careful choices have been made about what is done online and what is done in class. Next 2 slides, please. Next pa dyan. Ayan, yun yung sinasabi ko. So blended learning is a totally redesigned course where careful choices have been made about what is done online and what in class. So that's why there is what we call hybrid, because of the type of delivery system that we are using. Now, next slide. So other defined blended learning, it is a method of teaching that integrates technology and digital media with traditional instructor-led classroom activities, giving students more flexibility to customize their learning experiences. If you are now experiencing this, it's very interesting, right? Especially the 4th year students who are here. Pakitas na ng kamay ng mga 4th year students natin. Yan, di ba? Ramdam na ramdam nyo sa mga major subjects nyo, no? And laboratories. 3rd year. May mga 3rd year students tayo, yes. Parang may nakita ako mga taga-IS kanina. Mga taga-IS. Hello, pakitas na ng kamay. Ayan. So yung mga taga-IS na nandito, I think these are senior high school students. They are either from grade 11 or from grade 12. They are in the full face-to-face modality. So this really a big difference. Later, may papakita kami sa inyo typical example. So in general, blended learning refers to the following. First, next slide. Some learning happens online in a format where the student has control over the path and pace at which they engage with content. This is the feature of our learning management system, the Newble, the very Newble we have, in which we are using Moodle as the platform. Because there are other platforms that other schools or other organizations are using, or maybe some of your professors or teachers are also using aside from Moodle or the Newble we have. We have a lot of learning management system free, like I think the one that we have used then, which is Edmodo, nag-retire na yung Edmodo. No? Those who have used Edmodo, nag-retire na siya. No? I think Keeper now is still alive. We have Schoology, which is also a learning management system used by other organizations. So there's a lot of learning modality in which the students had a full control. Because prior to the pandemic, we at New Era University, we've been using BEST already. And I think that's really a preparation for us because the 2 years that we have been through is really a great challenge. Next. So some learning happens in an instructor-led classroom. So the one that who are here inside this university hall, this is what we are experiencing right now. We are in a classroom in which it is led by comes that we will be going to school and visit our classroom. Our classroom is equipped with flat screen television, smart TV, and which we are using when we present lessons. And we can even do HyFlex modality there. Because there are instances, I think we've tested this in our very own classroom with my students during our Thursday class, I think, if I'm not mistaken. Because we have some students who cannot really come to school, especially we're handling students in Pampanga, Servir, they cannot go here face to face. So we are doing hybrid, hybrid and flexible, meaning we are doing it online. They have the screen, and we have through the Google Meet, then they see their classmates are seeing them in their interactions. Also, we are doing it here at New Era University. So we are so very thankful to the school administration that before the pandemic, they provided us with this technology in the classroom, and now we are using them with its full capacity. So again, to contextualize what this blended learning that I'm trying to tell you, in which online and in-person learning is complementary, creating a truly integrated learning environment. So, pakita ko lang itong short clip. Alam ko sa mga naka-online ngayon, ay mamimiss nyo itong ganitong klaseng activity sa klase. Please. Okay. Di ba nakakamiss ang ganyan, mga activity sa classroom, O yung mga nag-online dyan, pure online. But I think if we will be permitted that there will be really a full face-to-face interactions, yes, this kind of activity in the classroom, I think we miss this for 2 years, right? And as we go through, a little bit of adjustment, because I think the batch that we're handling right now had been in a full face-to-face prior to the pandemic, which are fourth-year students. At yung mga, siguro yung mga nakataga-integrated school, yung grade 11 or grade 12, ay first time yun naman face-to-face prior to, but before that, definitely when you were still in high school, junior high school, you have gone through this. So we miss this kind of thing. And as we go through, yes, definitely, ready, ang estudyante ng New Era University to face these changes. No? I think nandun naman, this is a demonstration teaching. Kaya napakasigla ng ating mga fourth-year psychology students. Credit, hindi alam yan ng mga taga-Site 2. For Site 2. O hindi nila alam na videoan pala sila, hindi present pala dito. Walang copyright infringement to ha. Original. Okay. So there are common challenges posed with the use of blended learning modality when identified and unacted can cause difficulty in learning or even failure in delivery of lessons. So we lifted some of this in a research, findings of a research that was published. So let's find out some of these challenges that they were able to identify, and later, because we are talking here of challenges and changes, then definitely we have to address them. So what are these challenges encountered? And I think you can relate to this. For 2 years and a half right now, and now we are going face-to-face blended modality. So first is constant distraction from social media and household chores. Will you agree to this? No? Oo. Mayroon pa yata. Okay. Ayaw ko nang side comments dito. But this is very true. Kahit nga sa klase, face-to-face nga, mayroon pa rin nagso-social media. No? Lalo na kapag may free wifi. No? Like mahina yung signal. Nakapagtsatsagaan. Okay? So, household chores. If you are at home, definitely you are being distracted. Next is, there is low retention, but I think there will be some sort of validation of this as we go through with the information or the materials that we will be presenting to you. Low retention in the sense that, because of the distractions, definitely, and many of you, since if the lesson is presented in the PowerPoint, or sometimes the PowerPoint text is very small, so you are not interested to jot it down, or maybe there are instances that you cannot even do some sort of screenshotting. So, ayun, the information retention is very low. Next is poor mobile data service. You know, this is not a new one in the Philippine scenario. But I hope that the government will give its utmost attention to this, because whether we like it or not, blended learning will stay in some context because it is really needed. Another is, there is what we call less effective student learning materials, distribution in the retrieval system. I think since the context of this research is public school system, and maybe some of you who comes from the public school system, lalo na yung mga taga-integrated school na grade 11 pa lang ngayon, they have this problem when they were in grade 12, or kung grade 12 kayo, that you come from public school system and you're in grade 10, there is really a big problem. But here at New Era University, since our learning management system is intact, it is in the new latest online, then I think there's no problem with this. But in the public school system, this is one of the challenges that the teachers, the students, and the parents are encountering about the students' learning materials distribution and retrieval system. Nung tinatanungan namin ito, mga estudyante namin sa School of Graduate Studies or teachers in public school system, it's really a challenge to them during the blended learning that they utilize in the public school system before the full implementation of the face-to-face classes that they have. Next is high internet costs. Survey says. Study says that the Philippines is one of the costliest internet in Asia or even in Southeast Asia. So, but because of the competition right now, I hope that you are feeling the changes that's happening. Talking of connectivity issues in the Philippine setting. Next is incapability to attend online classes. Yes, it is very true. Even though at present, because we are also handling the pure online students, both in college, School of Graduate Studies, we are full online. We are full online also in senior high school program. Out of 50 students that we have, sometimes there are only 40 students attending the synchronous class. So maybe one of the reasons is definitely the incapability of the students to attend the online classes because of so many factors and influences. Next is there is what we call scarce technical resources, definitely. Some are just using their cell phone. But it's really difficult. It's really a challenge. Sige nga, tingnan nga natin, survey lang. How many of you had survived just using your cell phone for the 2 years of online? Pure online. Can you imagine lang dito? Cell phone, you were able to survive, no? So congratulations, ha? And now you're so very lucky that you are already attending face-to-face. Pero may challenge pa rin kasi mayroon pa rin asynchronous activities, no? It's really a challenge. Kahit pa paano, di ba, at least dito, you could talk to your professors or teachers directly na kapag may problem that you cannot submit your assignment on time in the learning management system. And definitely, everyone experienced this, both teachers and students. Next. Talagang ito, ma-challenge talaga ito. Anxieties. Sige nga, may aamin ba dito? How many of you become anxious for 2 years of pure online synchronous classes? Ganun lang yun. Yes. Di ba, wala ka naman masyadong ginagawa. Nakikinig ka lang naman. Nanonood ka lang naman. Di ba? Pero sometimes it's really difficult because there are limitations in terms of interactions. But if you are in the classroom, definitely, saya kapag ka mayroong mga energizer. So in this context, in today's learning landscape in the Philippine education, that's why I said a while ago, there are some studies that were conducted again related to what I want you to be aware of. So that there are 30% of Filipino respondents perceive the current distance learning model was around 20 to 50% effective. Kaya kanina, di ba, yung tinatawag na low retention as one of the challenges. And I think this face-to-face will improve this, with a blended modality. On the other hand, 14% of the respondents stated that such learning model 80 to 100% effective. So, marami pa rin ang nagsasabi na mababa yung effectiveness ng tinatawag natin with distance learning. And with this blended, I hope that this will improve. Maganda ito as topic for research kung wala pa kayo approved title. Di po ba mga MCs natin, ano? Ang gagamit pa ng SDSS? Okay, so that's why there is wired versus non-wired environment. So blended, pure online then, if si teacher, sa table niya lang, siya lang mag-isa, kaharap yung kaniyang laptop, and then conducting her lessons or lecture through online and versus definitely that this is now what you're experiencing, students. No, the non-wired environment. That's why, kung mapansin nyo, itong picture, we lifted the source. O di ba mayroon pa siyang MP1 sa likod? Alam niyo ba kung ano yung MP1 sa likod ni teacher? Nakita niyo ba yung MP1 sa likod ni teacher? May nakita kayo? Ano yun? Manila paper 1 piece. Kasi minsan MP4 yun o MP3. Ano ba yung MP4? Manila paper 4 pieces. Meron pa bang gumagamit ng MP3, MP1, MP2? Wala na, ano? Kasi may flat screen TV naman. Okay, so face-to-face, blended, or online? Siyempre, kung papipiliin kayo siguro, kayo na nandito, ayaw nyo na siguro mag-pure online, di ba? Kaya mag-ingat pa rin tayo, ano? So modalities, traditional face-to-face, web facilitated, blended, hybrid, online, distance. So pag tinignan nyo, percentage ng online, so siyempre sa traditional face-to-face, 0%. And then sa web facilitated is 1 to 29%, sa blended or hybrid, 30 to 79%. And for pure online, distance, yung nakaka-relate ito, yung mga audience natin to virtual, 80+%. So the characteristics of traditional, which is 0% in terms of technology, no significant online use, content is written or oral. While web facilitated uses technology for web pages, syllabus, assignment, and others. For blended and hybrid, online plus face-to-face delivery, online discussion, reduced number of classroom meetings. So that's a typical that what we are using right now. Those are here in this University Hall. You're only here 50% of the class encounters or the class time that is allotted, and the 50% is you're doing asynchronous activities through our learning management system. While for the online distance, those who are in the remote, yung mga audience natin sa YouTube at saka sa Zoom, na mga first year and second year, so 100%. Most to all content delivered online, no in-person meeting. Also, again, as what we've been telling you then, that since we are adopting different kinds of modalities here at Bukit University, adjustments are being done by everyone, not only by you as students, but also as your professor. And then, how is learning facilitated in different environments? So let's take a look at these 3 question marks. Wired environment, blended environment, non-wired environment. So let's take a look at the wired environment, in which what's the role of teachers? Definitely, teachers are the motivator, the role model, individual mirror, co-learner, and effective communicator. And I hope those colleagues of ours, my fellow teachers, we should always be aware of this. And definitely, we are doing this. As motivator, as role model, individual mirror, co-learner, and effective communicator. While the asynchronous strategies that we can use through our wired environment or pure online or distance or during the asynchronous classes or activities that are being done. So there are what we call online forums, create back and forth dialogue. And I think those who are using Newble, you are familiar with our forums. And there's a lot that you are being done every semester or every grading period. Seeing and critiquing peer works through virtual gallery walks. And I think those who are familiar about Padlet, Mentimeter, I think you're familiar with this applications that are being used synchronously by your teachers. And challenges in teaching in a wired environment. Those who are in pure online. First is work organization and time management. Definitely, that's one of the challenges. Gadgets shortage. Yes, during the pandemic period, talagang naramdaman ito. Connectivity, again, hindi nawawala yan. Computer literacy. And I think there's no problem to us as far as computer literacy is concerned. Although in general, it is really one of the challenges in the wired environment. Hard of hearing students. We cannot really discount that there are some difficulties that we encountered talking of students' difficulties in terms of their physical challenges. No? And of course, data privacy and security. And we are always being reminded about this, especially in the pure online. We are prohibited to have a screenshot and then post it in a social media because we will be putting everyone in jeopardy talking of the data privacy issue. Next is, what's the teacher's role in non-wired environment? And I think this is what you're experiencing right now with your teachers. So we just facilitate instructions in learning. And of course, tutor to those ones who had problems with the lessons, with the discussions, with the contents, with some other issues. No? And we know that your teachers, your professors are doing justice to their role in the non-wired environment, in which we are talking of the non-wired. It's a face-to-face encounter, the one that you're experiencing now, those who are in this university hall. So what are the strategies to facilitate learning in non-wired environment? Using online components, foster collaboration, varied activities, promote interaction. So definitely, many of us, your professors, are really doing our best in giving you the information that you need as far as the courses that was assigned to us. Yeah, foster collaboration. It's really a good strategies in fostering camaraderie among students, because sometimes in collaboration, cooperative learning, collaborative learning, students will learn from one another. And that's really a great strategies also. And challenges in teaching in a non-wired environment. And I think some of you are experiencing this. Student attention. But if students are motivated, then I think this is not really a problem in learning. The only thing is, as what I mentioned, as mentioned a while ago by the one that gave us the opening remarks, is that yes, maybe some of you had a what we call adjustment problem pa, no? Sabi nga nila, yung iba dahil nasanay sa pure online, sa synchronous activities using just the Google Meet, the Zoom meeting, the WebEx platform. Pagdating dito sa klase, we observed this for almost 3 weeks siguro. Talagang may mga estudyanteng nahiya pang magsalita, nahiya pang mag-contribute, nahiya pang mag-recite. Why? Akala niya siguro nasa GMET room pa siya, no? So I think nakapag-adjust na siguro kayo, and we are seeing a lot of collaborations already inside the classroom. Talking of student attention. Ayan, disciplining students. Kaya huwag kayong magtaka kapag may nag-aabang palag at may nag-iikot na mga taga-office of student discipline. They are our partners talking of discipline. Kaya huwag pasaway, ha? Endless paperwork and extended working hours definitely for teachers. For students naman, oo, pansin din namin ito. Tapos na yung klase, gusto magpaiwan pa. Kasi may consultation pa yung grupo regarding their kailan daw ipapasa yung chapter 3 para mapacheck na, no? Okay, nakarinig po mga ito. No? Pressure from the school management. Yeah, definitely we feel that sometimes, but I think because of the adjustment that we have done already for so many months that we've been implementing this, medyo okay na. Parental involvement, definitely. And I think, and we are so very thankful to our parents that they're there to support their children in school. Yung iba nga, yung mga kids natin, yung mga elementary, kasi inahatid pa at sinusundo, no? So, yes. And then definitely burnout because of so many paperwork. So with all this, new day, big changes for education, learning in a wired environment. So blended learning in a non-wired environment. So these are the things in which that I hope that as we go through, we will be normalizing everything. But as hindi ko nagkamali, may balita na ako kaninang umaga na narinig ng sabi ng Department of Health or the World Health Organization, kasi ganun lang naman ang ginagawa ng DOH natin, getting the statement from the World Health Organization that the COVID-19 is not a pandemic anymore. Ano na raw siya? What's the next level sa pandemic? Yung baba niya? Epidemic na lang daw. So sana tuloy-tuloy na ito. But again, students, huwag kayong makampante. Still, even though wearing of face mask is optional in open spaces, but always take care of your health for the time. Huwag nating iwawalayan. So I think before the coping mechanism, I was advised na mayroon daw icebreaker at the middle of this. Yeah. Okay.
Ayan. That concludes the first half of our speakers discussion. Thank you so much po, Dr. Ronnie, for the wonderful message po na i-share niyo po sa amin lahat. So, dahil nakikita po namin, ayan, medyo natutulog na po ang ating mga attendees, gusto lang po namin kayong bigyan ng isang performance na manggagaling po sa ating here to grace us with her wonderful song, let us call our performer
who is a second-year BS Psychology student. Let us all watch this performance of an INC music, Shield by Miss Rafaela Amante.
The last time that we tried to be still, I just let it pass me by. The last time that we tried to be You're my shade.
What an amazing voice, Miss Amante. Sayang wala siya kayo, no? So, attendees, gising pa po ba kayo? Yes. Isa pa po, gising pa po ba? Yes. Ayan.
So, para po sa kaayusan ng ating event, gusto lamang po namin bigyang pansin yung mga natutulog po. So kung napapansin po natin na medyo inaantok na yung ating mga katabi, pakisuyuan na lang po namin kayo na pakikalabit po sila, and yung mga umaalis po, wag na po muna kayong umalis, lalo-lalo na po yung mga sumagot sa aming icebreaker kanina, dahil mamaya niyo po makukuha ang ating prize. And para po sa continuation ng ating event, let us give back the stage to Dr. Ronica Indet for the second half of the discussion prompt. Thank you.
Okay, thank you sa nagbigay ng intermission number. Oy, malapit na tayo, huwag na yung matutulog. Maiksi lang ito. Talaga. Maiksi lang dito. Okay, so after having identified those problems and challenges that we are facing as far as this adjustments that we are doing right now, this is both teachers and students, since we want to educate everyone, that yes, it is only through having a good comprehension of what's really happening around us that we can give a good remedy to this. No? So again, we would like also to acknowledge the presence of our students and teachers from different branches and campuses of the university. Our students and teachers from Jensan, from Pampanga, from Lipa, and from Rizal. No? They're also in our now in Zoom and in YouTube Live. So what are the coping and mechanism and strategies that were recommended to address these changes or challenges of the modality of teaching and learning? First is looking for alternative learning modes and sources, definitely. So I think at New Era University, this is not really a problem because, as I mentioned a while ago, before the pandemic strikes, 10 years ago or 14 years ago, the learning management system we have right now, which is the New Era University virtual learning environment is already in place. The only thing is its content. I think, but now it's fully functional and we are utilizing it to its full capacity and purpose. And I think in our context, we've been addressing these things. Next is doing proper budgeting and provision of financial support. I think this is a problem of students in terms of definitely buying load, connections, connectivity. But hindi pa kasi lumalabas yung research na ginagawa ng aming mga senior high school students about connectivity and cost effectiveness of the internet connections of our students. So siguro dyan makikita natin how they were able to, how much they are spending in terms of their internet connection. And practicing time management, definitely, this is what we have been telling you since then. Even though during this time, ganun din, practice time management. Kaya iba sa inyo, hinihintay pa kasi kung kailan yung deadline at saka magsara na yung assignments nyo at saka submission of activities, saka nyo isasubmit, no? And then makikiusap kayo sa teacher. Nabubuksan. And I think many of you can relate to this. Practice time management. Next is changing the modular distance learning systems. I think this kind of this recommendation was true to the public school system and other universities because in sa public school system kasi they are using a lot of modalities. May Google Classroom na sila, may iba pa silang platform na ginagamit. And then using reliable mobile data services, definitely. So I think this kind of thing that we are talking about this had been addressed already because of the competitions that are being that is already in our telcos na unti-unti lang lumalakas yung ating signal and connectivity in terms of internet. Another is provision of motivation and emotional support. And I think I will give credit this time to the College of Arts and Sciences Psychology Program in our Guidance and Counseling Service Department that they are initiating this kind of activity, mental in commemoration or in celebration of the Mental Health Month every November. That they are doing this kind of activity in supporting everyone, every stakeholders, students, teachers, or even parents who are with us virtually. I hope that we have to continue this as we goes on. Every year, we have this kind of annual activity, emotional support. Using alternative platforms, I think at New Era University, this is multi academic already because our learning management system, this is our new best I've been mentioning to you, is already in place and we are updating its content. Your professors are doing their very best to give you very useful and informative and educational content as far as your modules are concerned. And this is the second to the last slide. Yes. Yun, sharing of gadgets. This is true sa mga magkapatid na nag-aaral. Talagang nirecommend ito sa study. This is one of the strategies to address the challenges of blended learning or even pure online learning. And encouragement of learners to attend online classes. Yan. Kulang ng S, no? And I hope na yung mga naka-online ngayon na hindi regular yung attendance, I hope your teachers are doing their best to encourage you. And to give you a little bit background of what's the take of our government official talking of the challenges that we're encountering. I just thought our former Deputy Secretary Madam Leonor Briones. Yes, blended learning right now is difficult. She even acknowledged that. It is not only because the concept of blended learning envisions a mix of different approaches, it is also because the environment within which we are implementing blended learning is also very tough and challenging, even for the grown-ups, for the parents, for the teachers, and for the policymakers. Yes, they acknowledge that. And if we embrace this context of our government officials, the former DepEd Secretary, as we go through, we can survive. Kaya natin ito. Mga estudyante, di ba? Kaya natin. We are so very resilient. We are so very adaptive because without these characteristics, we won't survive. So have that. Be adaptable. Be resilient at all times. All these things with God's help and mercy to all of us. Because I know and I believe all of us are praying to Him all the time that He has to give us, that He will give us a lot of successes for a better future. So students, again, kaya natin ito. Mabuhay ang New Era University, mabuhay ang bansang Pilipinas na ito, at mabuhay ang buong mundo. Isinilang nung nakarang araw, 8 billion na tao sa daigdig. God bless everyone. Thank you very much. Thank you for this opportunity.
I wish to thank you to Dr. Ronnie G. Painlet for such a fruitful discussion. Your shared insights are one that we will always keep in mind and try to incorporate in our daily life.
I completely agree with you, Leslie Joy. Ang dami ko nga na-pick up sa discussion eh. As a matter of fact, very timely ang topic natin ngayon since yung iba sa atin or yung karamihan sa atin maybe ay still struggling sa pag-a-adjust sa ating bagong setup, which is face-to-face.
That's right. Ako rin, share ko rin sa'yo na nag-a-adjust pa rin ako sa bagong setup natin ngayon. Dahil na 2 years tayong na-stuck sa ating mga bahay, ginagawa natin ang ating mga online classes. Ayan. Siyempre na-miss din natin na makipag-interact sa ating mga friends and ating mga classmates.
Tama yun, Leslie Joy. Sabi nga ni Dr. Ike Kaingat kanina, change is a cycle which makes it inevitable. Kaya huwag natin i-deprive yung sarili natin sa mga pagbabago na nangyayari sa buhay natin, but instead let us take this change as opportunities to make us a better version of ourselves. Yeah.
Exactly, Ira. Kaya dapat i-grab natin ang mga ganitong opportunities na sa tingin naman natin makakatulong para sa ating mga pag-aaral kung hindi magbe-benefit din siya para sa ating future. Fortunately, all good things must come to an end. We sincerely appreciate your active participation in this portion of our seminar.
We would like to give our deepest gratitude to Dr. Ronnie G. Painlet for taking her time to give us a better understanding on blended learning. Are you ready for another change? To show you our appreciation, we prepared a certificate to acknowledge the wisdom given by our guest speaker.
To present the token of appreciation and to give this closing remark as well, let us call on the psychology coordinator, none other than Professor Bill Chislavda Cabrera.
Appreciation presents the New Year University College of Arts and Sciences presents this certificate of appreciation to Dr. Ronnie Painlet in acknowledgement of his meritorious role as a guest speaker during the Mental Health Awareness Month 2022 seminar titled Blended Learning, Are You Ready for Another Change? Held at University Hall and the main campus and live stream via Zoom and YouTube Live. Given this 16th of November 2022 at New Year University, Quezon City, Philippines, signed by our Vice President for Academic Affairs and Research, Brother Julian J. Bang III, Vice President for Administration, Brother Franklin Bunag, and our University President, Dr. Nido L. Rosas. Right? Sir. Okay po, again, pleasant afternoon to everyone, students. So lang po lang po yung binanggit ni Sir Ronnie kanina. No, nabalitaan ba na may pang 8 billion na daw na ipinanganak? Di ba? Kalain mo yun, 8 billion na pero di ka pa rin text crush. Oh. Anyway, that was the screen, okay? So, on behalf of the College of Arts and Sciences, Psychology Society, and Psychology Review Group, again, I would like to take this opportunity to thank everyone who made this seminar possible and successful. To our speaker, Dr. Ronnie Cainlet, sir, thank you so much po again for your excellent thought-provoking talk about the changes that our students are currently experiencing. So you know what, students, for the past, again, I guess, 3 to 4 weeks, no, most of the college students ay nandito ay combination na po ng blended and online and face-to-face. Nakikita ko sa daan na yung iba nasa Zoom meeting. I saw how everyone cope up with the situation. Marami pong nahirapan. Kitang-kita po namin yon. Marami pong nag-adjust at na-stress dahil sa pabago-bagong schedule na kami rin nai-stress na rin. Pero you know what, students, no? Galak na galak ang aming puso pag kayo po ay nakikita na kahit paano na yes, nahihirapan po tayong lahat. No, given na po yan because of our situation. But then again, I hope na po kahit tayo po ay nahihirapan, sana ine-enjoy po natin yung bawat moments na nandito po tayo sa university. Lalo po yung mga 4th year students po namin na kakaunti na lang, no? Konti na lang. By the way, 4th year students, nabalitaan nyo ba kagabi na binago ang content ng board examination? So God bless po sa inyong lahat and then sa lahat ng mga psych student na nandito, may bagong changes. Kalimutan na raw po natin si theories of personality dahil ang kailangan na po ay developmental psychology. Okay, so I hope students, this will not be the last seminar na dadaluhan po ninyo. And I will see you all again on Friday for the next webinar series. Sana po magsama po tayo ng mga klase po natin and yung mga nasa online po, sana makita po namin kayo on Friday dito po sa University Hall para mas masaya. Sabi nila, the more, the merrier. Again, thank you so much po and have a good day po everyone.
Sir. It's truly been a wonderful day full of new knowledge and joyous experience. And we are happy that we were able to share it with all of you here today.
Absolutely, that's true. We would also like to recognize the hard work and efforts of those involved in the success of this program. Our sincerest thanks to our deans, professors, the university management, and especially to our beloved Executive Minister, Brother Eduardo V. Manalo. Maraming salamat po sa inyo.
God above all, we would like to thank our Almighty God for His endless love and support. All of these are for the honor and glory of our Lord God and upholding this dear university's selfless service to humanity.
To formally close the curtains for today's events, please rise for our closing prayer to be led by Brother Chamberlain Palak.
Panginoon po namin Diyos, buong ganap po kami lumalapit sa iyo. Gahandog po kami ng masaganang pagpapasalamat sa patuloy na awa sa pagmupo sa amin. Salamat po nakatapos kaming payapa sa isinagawa namin mga aktibidad. Bahagi po ng pagmamahal mo sa amin. Hindi mo po kami pinababayaan anuman ang maging sitwasyon ng buhay. Patuloy mo pong itinuturo sa bawat isa sa amin ang mga bagay na dapat namin isagawa. Salamat po tumanggap kami ng mga karunungan, ng mga panibagong kaalaman na magagamit lalo na po ng mga mag-aaral na ito para makapagtaguyod sila sa pagtuklas ng mga kaalaman. Pag po silang pababayaan, patuloy mo silang lingapin araw-araw. Lingapin mo rin ang kanilang sambahayan, kanilang mga magulang. Patuloy na papagtagumpayin, mapangunahan, higit sa lahat, sa mataas na uri ng pagdilingkod sa iyo. Patawad po sa lahat ng aming mga kasalanan at pagkukulang. Higit sa aming basbasan at ingatan lagi, ang aming tagapamahalang pangkalahatan, ang kapatid na Eduardo B. Manalo, patuloy mong puspusin ang karunungan at kapangyarihan, yung sa ganun mapangunahan pa kami sa kasakdalan ng aming mga pagdilingkod sa iyo. Ganap po ang aming pag-asa, Ama. Dininig mo po ang aming mga dalangin sa pangalan po ng Panginoong Kristo, dakilang tagapagligtas.
Once again, we thank you all for being here today. This concludes our seminar, but before you leave, please don't forget to fill out the post-evaluation form for today's seminar.
Please we request everyone to take a picture of the QR code presented in the screen and scan it later for evaluation.
Also, please stay still just a little bit for our documentation. Can we please request yung mga nasa Zoom po to open their cameras para makasama na rin po sa document.
Sa amin lagi yun. Yung isang Wednesday din, siya rin. Si Albert.
Ano yung unfinished sarili?
Ano.
May hahabol pa po ba? Sige po, smile na po tayo. Sige po, 1, 2, 3, smile po.